Series of called 7-second self-defense. This is the most effective self-defense program in the world. You know, the first 7 seconds of an attack, you have to do something or you're going to get caught. And so many people misunderstand what self-defense is. Self-defense is not getting into a fight. Self-defense is getting away and going for help or learning to fight, living to fight another day. It is not get into a fist fight. You know, everybody goes, oh, that wouldn't beat up this guy. We're not trying to beat up this guy. We're trying to get away. We're trying to get away, get safe, and get loose. You have 7 seconds to save your life, and this is what this program is about. 7 seconds of self-defense, things you can do right away to get away. Every year there are thousands of young ladies and men attacked in the street, and if they just knew some basic combinations and techniques, they would be able to defend themselves. So let's get started right away on some of your basic strikes. You know, there's so many people that don't understand. You just can't hit somebody in the street without hurting your hand, so you've got to know how to strike them. And one of the best ways to strike them is with a palm heel strike. Now, if you hit somebody, if you're a lady and you hit somebody with your hand, you're going to break your little hand. You know, you're going to break your little knuckles. They don't have any power. The shuto's okay, the elbow's better, but if you're going to have to hit them with a hand thing, you need to hit them with a palm heel. And there's a couple places that you want to hit them with the palm heel. You want to hit them right in the solar plexus. Right in the solar plexus. You'll do it with enough force he's going to lose his breath, and it'll allow you to escape. You want to really pop him in that solar plexus. And that's a pretty effective one, but it depends how big and strong they are. If they can handle that, they generally can't handle this. A great palm heel right into the groin. Now, you can also, when you do that, you can reach and grab it and squeeze them, and that'll really put a lot of damage to him. You could also palm heel him in the face and stuff, but let me tell you something. I don't care how big and strong the guy is, if he's holding you or getting ready to grab you, and you hit him with a hard, stiff palm heel right in his groin, you have generally stopped him from continuing his attack. You have generally stopped him from continuing to try to molest you or attack you. So that's a great technique to learn. You want to practice it and get it down. Palm heel to the groin. Now the knife hand strike is another great technique, and you want to hit with the back and the side of your hand. So you want to practice. You want to don't fold your fingers up to your thumb. Fold your fingers down to your little finger. That gives you a lot more strength and a lot more power in your strike. So you want to fold your fingers down to your little finger, and then you're going to be a lot more powerful. Now at the same time, where do you want to hit with this shuto? You only want to hit them in places that it's going to do a lot of damage. You know, you don't want to hit them in the top of the head, because that's not going to do nothing but hurt your hand. So you want to hit them in a place that's going to cause them significant pain and agony, and is going to stop them. So the best place to hit them is to hit them in the throat, and that's a really a great strike. Now it's a pretty serious strike, but remember, you're doing this because this person is trying to molest you and he's trying to attack you, so you want to make sure that you hit him in the throat. You want to hit him right in the Adam's apple, and that's going to cause a significant amount of damage, and that's going to make him let go of you. Don't hit him with a shuto or hit him with a palm heel anywhere that's going to hurt your hand. You can do this, and you can hit him right on the side of the neck. You can give a nice chop and chop him right on the side of the neck. And right where the ear meets the jawbone, and that's a pretty good point to hit, and that's sort of a knockout point. If you hit him right there, it tends to knock him down, and at least makes him let go of his grip. And once again, that good shuto right in the throat. I don't care how big and strong they are. If you pop someone really hard right in the throat, you're generally going to disable them. So those are the two main striking areas with the knife hand. There's just not a lot of other good places you can hit them with a knife hand as a lady or as a little kid and do a lot of damage. So remember that. You know, you just can't just shoot to him right in the top of the head. You could hit him right between the eyes with a shuto. You could hit him right in the teeth, but that's tends to hurt your hand somewhat too. But if you hit him right between the eyes with a shuto, that's good. You can hit him on the back of the neck with a shuto. But you can't hit hard places, or you can't hit you can't hit him in the arm. You can't hit him in the chest and do any damage with a shuto. So those are the main striking areas. You need to practice those and learn those if you're going to defend yourself using a shuto in the street. Now, a more effective technique is to use the elbow, and you're going to use it two ways. You're going to take the elbow and you're going to bring it straight up and rip it across your body. So you're going to bring it straight up and you're going to rip it right across your body. When you rip it right across your body, you're going to hit them right in the head or the face or the throat or something. But you really want to, when you do that, you really want to get into the habit of learning to shift your hips too. So you're going to bring it across your body, and you're going to swing and shift your hips. And the other hand is also important too, is that When you do this shuto across your body, you also want to shift your other hand and pop your hips into it, so it's even more powerful of a strike. So the elbow is a great, great strike that you can use to hit somebody. Where you want to hit them with the elbow, a good place is to hit them right on the end of the chin. You hit them right on the end of the chin, and that's a good little knockout area. And it tends to, you know, it'll if you swing a hard elbow and you hit them right on the chin, the side of the chin, from the front or from the back, you can get a lot of power generated there, and you can generally break their jaw. You can knock them unconscious. You can definitely knock them down. You can do a lot of damage. I mean, if this little girl weighs about 130 pounds, and if she swings her elbow and all her body weight behind it, and she hits you with 130 pounds with that point of the elbow right on the tip of the chin, it's generally going to knock you down. It's generally going to put you into a lot of pain and agony, and you're going to generally be able to get away. Same thing if you take that elbow straight back and into the teeth, right back into the teeth, or you can take it right back into the nose. You can take it right back into the eye. So those are some great places to hit with the elbow. Right on the chin, right in the teeth, right in the eye, and of course, don't forget, right in the throat. Those are the good places to hit. You don't want to hit them on the arm. You don't want to hit them in the belly with an elbow. You don't want to hit them in the middle of the back. You don't want to hit them on the leg with an elbow. It's not going to do any good. It's not going to stop them. So you want to hit it where it's a vulnerable area. So that's the face, the chin, the nose, the eyes, the teeth, the groin. Those are the vulnerable areas that you're kind of trying to hit somebody and stop the attack. Now, this is the really good technique. If they're trying to grab you from behind or something, you take that elbow and you just jam it straight up, and you're twisting your back with it too when you do it. If you twist your back and swing it around just like you're violently just twisting from the left to the right, and you pop that elbow right into his chin or right into his throat or right into his teeth or right into his face, I promise you they're going to let go. And I promise you they're going to let go. And they're going to have a lot of damage here. They're going to have a lot of damage. So look at this. She's got a good technique right there. She got it lifting up. She's hitting him right on the chin with it and right into through the face. She could also go down a little bit and hit him right into the throat. Now, another great place for the elbow, and it obviously doesn't take a genius to figure out, is that if you hit him right in the groin. If you hit him right in the groin with that elbow, it's going to do a lot of damage. And this is a pretty serious thing. If you hit someone in the groin, you better be doing it to get away, and you better be prepared to run after you do it, because it's going to knock them to their knees, and you're going to get a great thing, great response. If you hit them in the stomach, you want to hit them right in the solar plexus. So you want to take that elbow and just pop them right into the gut. You want to pop them right up into the gut, and that makes a lot of difference when you pop them right. You know, there's a place called right under your arm, where your chest meets your stomach. That's the solar plexus, and it's got an air pocket there. And if you drop down and you smash them with that elbow right in the solar plexus, it's generally going to get their breath. It's generally going to knock them back. It's generally going to do a lot of damage to them. So that's a great place to hit. Now the finger strikes are strictly used for the eyes, and there's two possible ways to do it. You're going to poke them with one finger or with two fingers. And let me tell you, when you, I'm going to read this red thing here. These are horrible and repulsive to you as a decent moral person, that you would poke some fingers into somebody's eye and that is going to poke his eyes out or blind him. But you have to understand that the person that's attacking you does not have that same compassion towards you. They don't care if they kill you. They don't care if they break your bones. They don't care if they rape you. They don't care if they destroy your life for the rest of your life. They're of no good people who have no moral character. They're attacking an innocent young lady in the street. So sometimes you have to do things that you would never normally do. Obviously, you wouldn't want to poke somebody's eyes out and blind them. But at the same time, you have a right to defend yourself. People don't have a right to kill you. People don't have a right to torture you, to rape you, to molest you. And you have a right to defend yourself. And an eye strike is taking that right to the extreme. And you're going to take it, and they're going to not do it again. Here's the two-finger eye strike. Now this is a very significant eye strike, and this eye strike, you're going to poke it up and into his eyes. You don't just take your fingers and stick it in his eyes. You're going to poke it up and push his head back and dig him down and in. And you have to do it with a lot of force. So you want to take your index finger, because it's a good pointing finger and it gives you a lot of direction, and you're going to jam that straight up and into his eyes and dig down. Just jam it straight up and into his eyes and dig down. Now, most ladies have fingernails. Most ladies have fingernails, And when you dig that fingernails into his eyes, you're going to cut it too. So it's a very serious strike here. It's going to do an awful lot of damage. It doesn't require a lot of training or a lot of technique. You're just going to smash your fingers, your index finger and your middle finger, right into his eyes and dig them straight back. They'll go right in and cause significant damage. Now this is the thumb gouge. Now this is one that's a little more serious, and you can do it to the right or left. And what you're doing is taking your fingers and holding the top of his head, even if his hair or something, and you're going to take your thumb and put it inside of his eye and gouge it and literally try to pull the thumb out, pull the eyeball out. Oh, it's horrible. That's disgusting. I can never do that. Well, could you do it if he was getting ready to kill your daughter, or if he was getting ready to rape your little child? Then you might reconsider doing it. So it's just the seriousness of the attack is to determine whether or not you'd want to pull his eyeball out. But let me assure you, if you dig your thumb and you got a thumbnail on your lady, and you dig it right into his eye, it's going to be significant damage to him. It's going to hurt. He's going to, he's not going to continue to attack you. You dig your thumb in there and gouge his eye out. He is not going to continue the attack, and you're going to get away and be able to protect your life and your family. So again, this is very serious. Another thing you can do is you can take your hand and hit his eardrum at the same time that you're smashing it right into his eye. So you can hit him right in the eardrum and then really get a better grip, and you can smash it into his eyes. You can actually do two thumbs up there too. You could take your hands and put both of your hands and squeeze into his eyes, and that's real deadly too. You can also take your palm heel and hit him right in the eye with your palm heel. You can take your shoe toe and hit him right in the eye. So why I'm emphasizing this is that an eye is you don't have no muscles in your eyes except moving them up and down and around there. You don't lift weights with your eyes. So obviously, when you hit it or strike it, it doesn't have a lot of muscles to protect it, and the orbit bone is not very strong. It was not made. God give you eyes so that you could get punched in them. And when you get punched in them, you're always going to get a lot of damage. And if you get somebody to stick their thumb in your eye and gouge it, it's going to create an awful lot of damage too. So let's learn our basic kicks. And you want to do two things when you're learning to do your kicks. You want to do kicks that are easy, that don't require a lot of flexibility, and at the same time give you a lot of strength and power, and that you can do a lot of damage when you hit him. So you want to make sure that you're doing something that's going to work. In other words, you're doing something that's going to work, and that you're going to disable him, and that you're going to be able to continue on with your life and be safe. So the front snap kick, or this is a front thrust kick, or a front lifting kick. It's really simple. You're just going to take your leg and just pick it straight up. Now in karate, we'll pick it and bend it and flop it out, but you don't necessarily need to bend your knee. You can just swing it straight up, or you can pick up and bend your knee and smash it straight out. The whole thing is to use your hips and to sort of bend your other leg and keep your hands up at the same time. But you want to bend your hips, use your other legs, and snap it and smash it into their groin. So you really want to generate a lot of power with this. And when you pop it and when you bend your legs and pop up, you're going to put your entire body weight behind it. You want to hit him with your toes or your instep or the tip of your shin, or anywhere along your shin. You don't just have to hit him, with your toes. You can hit him with your shin. You can hit him with your instep. You can hit him with your heel. So the front snap or the front thrusting kick is a very powerful kick, very easy to learn, and it's very powerful. Where do you want to do it? In the groin. Now, I want to emphasize here, this is the proper way to kick someone in the groin in the street. I don't just want to kick him in the groin. I want to kick him in the groin, but I want to kick past. I don't want to just try and touch him with my toes. I could miss. He could jump backwards. I want to kick all the way through their legs. When I kick all the way through their legs, then I'm going to catch him right in the groin, and I'm going to come up and smash his balls against his pelvis, and it's going to cause a significant amount of damage. And I got a big lift there, so if he tries to jump back, I've captured him. If you just go straight at it, he can jump out of the way or block it a lot more. It's a lot harder for him to block it if I'm going, and she's got her foot a good 7 inches past him. So she kicked right into the middle of his shin, and that just really gives you a gigantic amount of lifting power, and it'll do a significant amount of damage. So when you kick somebody in the groin and you do it like this and you're stretching your foot and you're just really popping that kick in there, it's going to do an awful lot of damage. It's going to stop them 99% of the time. You can also snap it with your front toes, but if you have on nice tennis shoes or boots, that's fine. It won't hurt. You can hit him with your heel. You can do this front snap kick where you're going to actually hit him with your heel right in the groin, and that causes a lot of damage. But I like the best one is to just go all the way through it, put your foot back, and just rear back and pop him right in the groin, because he's generally going to be reaching for you when this happens. So he's not at all going to be prepared. He's not at all going to be prepared for me to defend myself. So when I snap and smash this groin kick right into him, he is going to be in big, big trouble, and it's definitely going to stop the attack. So I really want y'all to practice this, or to learn it. You don't want to practice kicking people in the groin unless they're wearing a cup and have a uniform and are prepared and all that stuff. But this is a great self-defense technique in the 7-second self-defense system.